And former President Donald Trump's trial is underway in Colorado as the court works to determine whether he is able to remain on the state's presidential ballot next year. The case is in connection to his alleged role in the January 6th insurrection. A lawsuit states that the former president should not be allowed to run again because he allegedly violated the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. That clause bars someone who, quote, engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the country from holding federal office. CBS News election law expert and political contributor David Becker joins us now. David, always good to see you. So tell me something. The president hasn't been convicted of anything. So what is this case all about?
So this case is under this Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which you just put up there. It is a post-Civil War amendment, and it specifically at the time was designed to prevent those who engaged in the insurrection against the United States, the Civil War, from taking office, being an officer under the United States. And if you engaged in insurrection or rebellion, you would be disqualified from that. And so there are two big questions here. One, is the presidency an office under the United States? And two, did President Trump engage in insurrection or rebellion? And it's important that they use the word engaged here. They didn't say convicted. They didn't say found guilty of. The Constitution says what it says, and it said engaged. So the question then becomes a factual question of whether what former President Trump did was engaging in insurrection or rebellion.
And so what's the defense saying, that he didn't actively engage? Or, I mean, are they questioning where you draw that line? What's the other side say?
Yeah, I think there's two big parts of Mr. Trump's defense here. One, it wasn't an insurrection or rebellion, and even if it was, he didn't engage in it. He was not involved. That's a factual matter for the court to decide. And there's another element here that's going to be argued. It's a legal matter as to whether or not the presidency is an office under the United States. I think there's a very strong legal argument likely that the presidency is an office under the United States, and certainly those who drafted the 14th Amendment very likely did not intend for instance, Robert E. Lee to be eligible to be president of the United States.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Of course, it seems like the most obvious federal office. Tell me something. Is there any precedent for removing a former president from a ballot in this form or something similar?
Not really. There's no precedent for this at all. This section of the 14th Amendment has been applied very rarely. It was applied fairly recently to a local race in New Mexico, where the person running had actually been involved in the attack on the Capitol, and he was disqualified. But in general, this is a relatively new area of law. It really hasn't been applied that much. It was written and after the Civil War, but it's still on the books, and it's there for a reason. That's how we treat the entire Constitution. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out with regard to the former president. There are two cases, the one in Colorado and also one in Minnesota that's going on right now. But there are many other cases that have been filed, and these are eventually, we all hope, going to make their way to the Supreme Court in this term. It's really important for voters and for the election officials all over the country to get a clear answer on this one way or another as to whether or not he should appear on the ballot, and do it as quickly as possible.
I'm assuming that because it could be replicated in other states, what would happen? Tell me, if the judge does rule that the former president can't run again.
Well, I think what we're going to see immediately, we're going to see former President Trump appeal that. That's going to work its way up through the courts. We're going to see other cases work their way up through the courts. As I said, this is going to be a little bit chaotic until it eventually, hopefully, reaches the United States Supreme Court. And the only thing more chaotic than that is if it doesn't reach the United States Supreme Court. We don't want this to be an issue as the campaign goes on into the fall. And if former President Trump wins election in 2024, this to further be an issue during the period of time between when the election occurs and when the inauguration happens, because there's going to be some real questions here as to whether or not he is eligible to serve as president, given what the actions that took place on January 6th.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of distractions there with a lot of the other cases. No more needed throughout the primaries. David Becker, thank you so much.
Thank you.